Mama?
Na, das ist ja eine Begrüßung.
Welcome to Kermode Uncut. There's a film out in cinemas at the moment, an Austrian movie called Goodnight Mommy, originally Ich sehe, and it's a really strange and very, very chilling horror movie. It was actually Austria's entry for the foreign language Oscar. It didn't make it to the nominations, which is a real shame because it's a terrific movie, and hats off to Austria for having the chutzpah to put it forward, because it's really dark, really strange and really kind of disturbing. And at the end of the film there's a credit which says shot in glorious 35mm, which was great to see because I thought when I was watching the film, this looks fabulous. It's got a sort of strange dreamlike quality. It reminded me to some extent of Philip Ridley's The Passion of Darkly Noon, with a little bit of the Village of the Damned thrown in there, and even perhaps a little taste of David Lynch's Lost Highway. I thought it was a terrific movie, but I was particularly impressed that it was shot on 35mm. Coming out on DVD on the 21st is Carol, which you'll remember was one of my favourite films of last year. Got 6 Oscar nominations, I think, walked away from the Oscars empty-handed, which is a shame. But one of those nominations was for Ed Lachman, who of course shot Carol on 16mm, which really gave the film grain. It sort of situated it in the period, made it feel like it was something which had depth and had, you know, real proper texture to it. When I was doing the Kermode Awards a couple of weeks ago, I gave my Best Cinematography Award to Michael McDonough for his work on Sunset Song, Terence Davis's adaptation of the Lewis Grassic Gibbon novel. And the cinematography for that was done as a mixture of 65mm for the outsides, giving you those kind of wonderful landscapes, but also digital for the interiors. It was a perfect marriage of past and present. And many of you have written in to say that you went to see the 70mm roadshow version of Quentin Tarantino's Hateful Eight, a film which I have some issues with, but I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Then, just over the weekend, I went to Manchester and I went to Home, which is where Corner House has now effectively moved to. When I was in Manchester in the 80s, Corner House was a real cultural hub. Well, now Home is where you go for your entertainment in Manchester. And I was lucky enough to be shown to the projection booth for Screen 1. And there, in Screen 1, are the 2 35mm projectors from Corner House, still active, still running. I said, do you get to use them a lot? And they said, actually, we use them a lot more than you'd expect. Many of the old films we get do come in on 35, and we're proud of our ability to show it. It's now 2016, you know, we're something like 5 years on from the time when people first started properly predicting the death of film, saying that everything was going to be digital from here on in. And yet, 35mm projectors, 16mm cinematography, 35mm cinematography, 65mm cinematography, all these things seem to be coexisting. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, no matter what the naysayers think, film isn't dying anytime soon.